Hi, my name's Joe Steadman. I'm a wargamer. I'm also the father of 6 children. I'm married to a United States Army officer. She's a nurse in the Army. I'm a financial planner. I used to be a police officer, but all above all that, I used to be part of the Dice Tower. And so I love board games. No, I did used to be part of the Dice Tower, and I've been revisiting my hobby and coming back into gaming. And so I have a lot of games to catch up on. And so tonight, I just want to talk about Fog of War for a few minutes. A game that Geoff Englestein made last year, 2016. I've never played it till recently, but I saw it. I thought, this looks intriguing, so I got a copy. And I've played it multiple times against my brother since we've got it. We enjoy the game. There's some pros and there's some cons, but we do enjoy the game. There's some other great reviews out there about how to play the game and a whole breakdown of how the game works and all that. This is not going to be that. This is just going to be my thoughts as a war gamer playing this game, because it's not really a pure war game. It's kind of a hybrid. So let me give you my pros and the cons. So let's talk about some pros. I think the biggest pro to this game, in my opinion, was I really felt like one of the supreme commanders when I was playing this game. I was Stalin, Eisenhower, or Hitler. I was the boss, and I was making big, huge decisions about where to spend our resources, where I want my armies to go. No operational decisions, no tactical decisions, just big, huge decisions, only about where I'm going to spend resources and how I'm going to try to fool the enemy into thinking I'm spending stuff there. If I'm the Allies, I'm trying to guess where the Germans are going to attack and put resources there, or give resources to neutral countries to help them, to support them. I'm also spending money or resources on intelligence gathering or counterintelligence, which is really cool. A lot of tension in this game. I like tension in a game. I like a game where I feel, as a war gamer, it's me versus you. I want to kick your butt. I'm trying to outsmart you. I'm trying to bluff you. I'm trying to figure out where you made a mistake, take advantage of it. I hate games where it's me versus the mechanics of the game and some random die roll determines, oh, well, look, you get the wood this turn and I get the sheep. Or, oh, look, you get to take your little boat across the Mediterranean and deliver goods. Why? Why would you play that? This really makes me feel like when this game is over, bam, I beat you. I didn't beat the game. I enjoy that. I know it makes me a jerk, right? So, positive. Another positive, I would say, was some unique mechanics. This little operational wheel thing that Geoff came up with is ingenious. I would love to see this put into other war type games to where I have to plan out operations, and every game turn it rotates around and my operation goes D+1 and A+1, and it's really cool. I can add to it, take away. Pretty ingenious little thing about the game. I like the rules. Very detailed rules. I like the numbered system like a lot of the war games have. So if I want to reference a rule, I can look up 6.1. I don't have to look for the third page and kind of search for 20 minutes looking for what I need. I know where I can turn. I like that. Kind of picking on it though, I don't like the fact that there's errata for the game. Ouch. There you go with that. What happened there, Stronghold Games? Errata already? I don't know if that was Geoff's fault or the production, but there's already some mistakes. And that's going to let me pick on the game a little bit. I'm going to zoom in here and show you some of my issues with the game. Here's some of my complaints about the game. This board is way too small and it's busy, and these pieces that they come with, oh my goodness, dude, they take up the whole country. Why? Why this? Make something smaller. It's too busy here. I can't see what I'm doing. So what I actually did was, who doesn't have a lot of extra Axis and Allies pieces in their boxes at home? So I use Axis and Allies pieces. One army represents, I control that. I control that Russian province. And if I'm the Axis, I control this. And then if the Allies, if I eventually take this over, then I move it and I put this on there. So I use little Axis and Allies dudes to mark it. And I even use little battleships to mark the areas out in the ocean. Not the Black Sea, you can't go there, whatever. So I use these. That helps a lot. I didn't like the cards. They're mini-sized. Why in the world such small cards? And I also didn't like that they put all this clip art on all these things. Make it, simpler. It confused me. I know maybe I'm not that smart, but I was constantly getting confused by the art and these little miniature cards. Come on, man. But that's just me. I know I sound a little bit harsh, but overall, you know, that was my thoughts on the components and some of my things I didn't like about the game. Yeah, so why the tiny board? Is this the travel size? Did I get the wrong copy? Was I supposed to get a full-size version of the game with full-size cards and everything else, but I ordered the travel size? I don't know. So that's my main negative about the game. My other negative about the game would be it's 2+ hours. I don't know, it says 1.5 hours on the game box. No way. Not against a person who knows what they're doing. Definitely not in a learning game, but once you know the game and you know the little nuances and the strategies and where to bluff and where to counter bluff, it's tough. It's 2 hours minimum, at least in our experience. We've played multiple times now. So for a 2 hour in time investment, you really have to realize what you're getting. You're not going to have the satisfaction of, you know, pieces all over the place and all that. It's a mind game for 2 hours. It's a pure mind game. It's like playing poker for that, looking at each other right in the face for 2 hours, playing hardcore poker and trying to, is your opponent bluffing, is he not? It wears you out. I feel exhausted when I finish this game, when I win or lose. But honestly, it's not a very expensive game. I didn't find it difficult to learn, maybe 30 to 45 minutes to learn it, but I'm a wargamer. I would hate to be a typical, you know, Ameritrash or Eurogamer trying to learn this game, because there is some wargamer stuff in there. There's some like fiddly rules where this has to happen in order for this to happen, and there should be like a cheat sheet in here, like a cardboard, lay it next to the map sequence of events that has to happen. Maybe take this victory point track off of here and all that, and put it on a side thing and expand my board, man. Give me some room to see what's going on. That would be cool. I would fix that. But overall, I like it. I know it's going to get more gameplay. I know that my brother really likes it. He's a big World War II guy. I'm going to teach my 16-year-old how to play it here shortly and see what he thinks. But I'd recommend it for sure. Wargamer or not, I think that you'll enjoy it. And there you go. Until next time.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.